Hey boys, what's going on? It's your Professional here. Today we're going to be looking at the latest game type to be added to Titanfall, which is Marked for Death. With this new game type, we've also got some balance changes to the game itself. We'll get into that in a little bit, but let's talk about Marked for Death. So this game type is very fun, super addicting. The idea is that each team has one player that has been marked for death each round, and then once a team kills the marked player 10 times, that team wins. Now, this game type can be super frustrating because if you have awful teammates, they're just running around and getting killed all the time, you will not do very well in this game mode. I kind of have that problem here in this game, and we're doing alright and start to come back near the end, but the majority of the marked kills are coming from my end, not getting a whole lot of help from my team here. So as you saw there, I was the player who had been marked for death, and I'm not 100% sure how they picked the next player, but it seemed like I was being chosen quite a bit in this match for whatever reason. But anyways, as you saw, I was the marked player, then the other team's player came right to me, which was very convenient, and as soon as I killed him, I got a point from my team, and then I was no longer marked because a new player is chosen each time you get that kill, and so then we had to go after the next player to get another point for our team. Now, there are a couple tips I'll give you guys if you're playing in this new game type, and first is that if you find that your teammates aren't protecting you very much while you're marked, then go on the offensive, son. The best defense is a good offense, right? Because if you can kill their marked player, you yourself are no longer marked. So I was trying to free run around and stay on the move as much as I could, and just constantly kill the other team so that if I'm chosen, I have a much better chance of being close to their player that we need to kill. And you'll see this happen at least 2 or 3 times in this match where I kill their player that's marked for death while I myself have been marked for death. The second recommendation I would give you guys is to use the Atlas Titan, which seems to work best for me in this game type. And the reason for that is that when you've been marked for death, the first thing you need to do, if you can, is jump in your Titan right away because you're just so much harder to kill, obviously, right? But then once you're in your Titan, literally everyone knows where you are and is trying to kill you to get those points for their team, so you need to stay on the move, and to me the Ogre is just a little bit too slow for this. So the Strider could be a good choice if your team is taking fights and protecting you well, but in a game like this one that we're watching, my Titan would have died right away if it were a Strider because everyone was hunting me down with very little distraction from my teammates. So the Atlas was perfect here, and it's because it has a lot more health than the Strider, but it's a heck of a lot faster than the Ogre, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. But like I said, if you can trust your teammates to take these fights, by all means go with the Strider. So now let's talk about the rest of the patch that came out just a few days ago. So as far as balance changes go, there are quite a few, so I'll run down the list really quickly and get a list of the really important ones. So first and foremost, the R101C carbine has been given more kick to make long-range kills more difficult, and has been given a reduction in magazine size from 30 to 24, and the extended magazine has gone from 40 to 30. So for me, this was the biggest change just because it probably still is my favorite gun, even with these new changes, but I haven't really noticed the recoil changes that much, but the magazine size is definitely killing me. And to be honest, I still think it's the best gun, so I'm going to keep using it. Next, the R97 submachine gun has now been given a much higher rate of fire, and it has the fastest ADS time of any gun. It also got a huge damage boost when rodeoing Titans, bringing it up to the second highest DPS for Titans, right behind the Spitfire LMG. Then both the Hemlock and the G2 assault rifles have been given increases in damage, so that while they're unsuppressed, the Hemlock will always kill in 4 bullets and the G2 will always kill in 3. So that was a lot of information, but I'll link the patch notes for you in the description, so make sure you check those out and read through those because there is even more that I didn't go through, and they're mostly aesthetic changes, but the game definitely feels significantly different now, so go and check those out. So going back to the game here, as you can see, I was just marked for death while being pummeled by this Titan, and I take out the other player's Titan that has just been marked for death, and I pick him off in midair. Pretty sick. But unfortunately, as you can see from my score there, I'm 16-7 with 4 marked kills, and the most my teammates have is just 1 each. So you can definitely see that this game type relies a lot on your fellow teammates. So my third recommendation would be to just play with your bros or get with some other players that are pretty good, and I think you'll do just fine. They did get another kill there at the end, which is great, but by the time we start our comeback here, it's just a little bit too late. I absolutely love this idea, though, of March for Death and the concept that they're going for, and I think this is exactly what Titanfall needs. Some fresh new game types and continual updates to keep players coming back. And overall, I think the developers have done a great job in sending out game updates and fixing things that the community has brought to their attention. So like I said, go read through those notes for the Game 4 update, read up on other updates like the new burn cards, unlockable Titan insignias, the ability to choose your Titan operating system voice, and a bunch more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Shoot me a like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.